time to meet the fish crew. Let's see, my fish tank, it's a little dirty, but I wiped off the front for you. There are 4 fish in here. We used to have 7. We've just recently, in the last 3 months, had 3 deaths, which hasn't happened in over 5 years, which is kind of weird. Didn't like it. I'll start with the fish. This is a kissing gourami named Mrs. Fish. And the water, if it looks kind of yellowish green, it's because I'm treating it for ick with this fungi clear. Mrs. Fish, kissing gourami. I have a question about her at the end. I'll ask you. This over here is the scaredy cat little fish of a regular fancy gourami. It's orange. It had a twin sister, I believe, and she was blue. She was one of the deaths, one of 3, yeah. Then the last 2 we have leaf fish. Leaf fish, leaf fish. That, by the way, the gourami's named Dot. Let's see, that is leaf, and that is tree. I can tell the difference because that one has a pointy nose, this one's kind of fat. They're just regular leaf fish. Talk about the tank, and like I said, it's dirty. I have to, once I get this chemicals under control, I'm going to clean it. Lots of decorations. I love decorations. Made the volcano that Mrs. Fish is now blocking. Pirate ship I've had since I was like 3. So the thing's 11 years old now. Treasure chest, my first ever ornament. The top is behind it over here. It falls off. See? We have power heads, 2. Power head. Heater, of course, more thermometers than any human being on the face of the planet needs in a fish tank. I have, that is what they call a tank cliff, and it's fallen over. Mrs. Fish, whenever I set it up, she knocks it back over, but normally it rests up against the wall, and it gives them a place to crawl under, and you can plant plants and air stones on the underside of that so they bubble up. It's pretty cool. Air stone. Like I said, I know it's nasty. That's an airplane I made. It's a World War II fighter pilot plane. I painted it and everything. Plants, and that's about it. We'll talk about the filter. Okay, by the way, that is the mangled up mess that is the cords. I have so many outlets going over it. If you've ever seen A Christmas Story with Ralphie, the father, yeah, that's me. Some airline stuff. Here's my filter. It's made for an 110-gallon tank. Yeah, nasty, I know. 110-gallon tank. No charcoal in it recently because of the medicine. Need to put that back in. Anyway, it will filter the whole tank, I believe it is, in like an hour, and all the water's been circulated. Got it off of a 75-gallon tank I'm currently selling. I just don't have the room. 2 more thermometers that I need to put back in. It's part of my pirate ship. I'll show you the underside. That's not good. This thing's awesome. I love it. Sucks every particle of dirt out of the water except for every other particle of water. So yeah, my fish tank, and the question about Mrs. Fish. Alright, for any of you that keep gouramis, Mrs. Fish is about 6 years old, and so she's old. That's why she's so big. I mean, here's my finger. You know, I have a child's hand-ish. Well, adult more like it. Anyway, Mrs. Fish, and she has been sitting a lot when I come into the room right there. She sits, like, not like she's laid over like she's dead or upside down like she's sick, but sits with her 2 fins propping her up. But when I come in the room, she comes up and starts swimming around. Is she sick? Is she just getting old? Should I expect something? I wish she would do it right now. Yeah, but she just sits just like there. And I've snuck in the room and just looked around the corner. She'll do it for 10 minutes at a time, but she just sits. But see, she's swimming fine. No ick or no spots on her or anything. Do they just do that when they get old? But, yeah. Anyway, my fish tank. So, by the way, question, leave something in the inbox or a comment. Greatly appreciate it.